Well, it is that time of month to start talking about what I want to read for the next month. So this is my November TBR. I used to do these in the past, but then I stopped doing them, and last month I decided on a whim, let's do it. And honestly, it's gone really well for me. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made this month. Dare I say, it might be like one of my better months. So I figured this is working out. So let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. At least let's keep going until the end of the year. So that is what we are doing today. But before, we need to talk about something very important, and that is, hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you are new here, I am Jen, and this is Bookmark by Jen. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, because I want to know that you're out there. I like interacting with you, and I can't do that unless you like and comment for sure. And subscribe, because you're going to want to. Fun things are happening. Fun things. Let's get into what I plan to read on in November. So here's the thing. I don't have high hopes for November, as far as I don't think that I'm going to get a lot of reading done. We shall see. So I didn't want to go crazy. I think I do have like 6 books here, which is typically my average. Sometimes a little less than that. But I say all this because I just have a lot going on in November. I am prepping for something really exciting, like so excited to tell you guys, and that is coming really, really soon. But then we're taking a family vacation through the Thanksgiving week. So, and it's not like a vacation where you're like, oh, she's going on vacation, she's gonna read. No, it's jam packed full of there will be no probably reading throughout that week except for traveling. So I plan to read while traveling. But anyway, you're not here for all that information. If you are, I could keep going. But right now I just want to get into what I plan to read. And I have 2 books here that I would like to get to before the end of the year. So I thought, let's put them on here. That is Stolen Dreams and Forgotten Dreams by Natasha Madison. This is book 4 and 5 of her Dream series, which I have just absolutely loved. So Stolen Dreams. This is a grumpy single dad, boss, employee, small town. They're all from Mount Gavin. They've got a torrid history in that town. You hear about it in each of the books. I love the way that she's interconnected this series. So I believe that this one is between Lila and Emmett, and she has a bit of a past, as they all do. But the back of the cover said something about her being left for dead when she was 18 years old, and now she's in this town, or maybe she was. I don't know. I will find that out when I read it. But she's secretly in love with Emmett, so I'm excited about that one. And then if I can get through that one, then I want to get through Forgotten Dreams, and I would like to just read these like back to back. And I would like to read these back to back, just so I can get the conclusion of the series. Forgotten Dreams. This is same small town, friends to lovers, the last book in the series, and then she finds out she's adopted. I think it's like when she's 25, or maybe even on her 25th birthday. I don't know. And then of course you still have like the history of the town. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, next up is Keep Me Never by Megan Brandy. It is the 4th book in the Boys of Brayshaw series. This is Chase's book. Chase needs a book. Like, Chase needs this redemption. He totally needs this redemption, because I wanted to jump through the book and punch his face so hard and say, you swear. And I know that there's a heart there. I've seen it in the subsequent books, but he deserves this book. So I'm really excited about this book. Redemption for Chase. Like, he needs it. Next up is the only arc that I've signed up for in November. I'm hoping I get it, because I've gotten every single arc of this series prior, and it is the Hometown Heartless series by Britt Benson. I found it when I was like when I had just started reading like Rockstar romances, and oh my god, if you haven't read these books, they're fire. I mean, they're all just so amazing. I mean, I've loved every single one of them. There have been, I want to say it's like the second one. I'm getting my books mixed up, but I feel like the second one is almost like my favorite. Oh my god, there's like this scene. Okay, well, there's like a scene in all of them, but anyway, so this one is between, okay, well, let me tell you what it's called first. So this one is called The Temptation of Truth by Britt Benson. This is a sapphic romance. It is I don't know the other person's name, but Mabel, who is the drummer of the Hometown Heartless, she's like the heart of this band. She's been intricate in every one of the other characters' stories. She's just a phenomenal player and a phenomenal friend. I can't wait to get her story. And her story has been hinted like throughout the books in the series. So this one is between Mabel and their manager's niece, who happens to be married. And she's not only married, but she's married to a guy. And apparently she's never loved this guy. So there is a story there, and like with everything there is a story, but I know that it's going to be like a great plot. It's going to have great story. It's going to probably make me emotional. It's going to have really great spice, because if it's anything like the other books in the series, yes, yes, please. Next up, I want to talk about a book that I am really excited about. I've been really wanting to get into this whole series for a while now. There are 6 books in the series. I obviously need to start with the first one. The 6th book just came out not too long. I want to say it's like maybe 2 months ago. And that is the Alabaster Penitentiary series by Nyla K. Oh, I'm really excited. So this is the book that I want to take while traveling, which is probably like, it's either a really good thing or it's a really bad thing, because I'm going to be like kicking myself because it's so good. I'm not going to want to put it down, which is, I feel like that's the case more than likely. I believe they all are. Yeah, they all are romances. They are. This one in particular is a dark prisoner romance. So I did say Alabaster Penitentiary, and like, think of Alcatraz on crack when you think of this rock, this penitentiary thing. What I mean by Alcatraz on crack is like, this is the place that you go when, not because like you need to be on death row, or you've just been super, super naughty and you're like the worst of the worst. This is where you go when they send you when people think you're dead anyway. So nobody's gonna miss you. So just think about that. If somebody thinks that I'm dead, these people can do whatever. Like, we don't have any rules, because who cares? Nobody knows I'm there. So I'm like really excited about it. It's extremely dark. There's going to be violence. It's Nyla K, so it's going to be like, I can only imagine. I'm bummed that I don't have the book here with me right now. I've ordered it. It just didn't get here in time, but that is okay. I will have it when it's time to read. And then the last couple books I want to talk about, I have the first one right here, which is My Dark Fairy Tale by Gianna Darling. This is her latest mafia romance. The next one is coming out on the 28th of October, which is like just a couple days away. That one's called My Dark Ever After. So this one is, like I said, a mafia romance. What's her name? Guinevere meets Raphael when she goes to Italy. Her parents don't want her to go there, but she wants to go anyway. She meets him, and it's like this big fairy tale. And he is, I don't know if he's like pretending to be somebody he's not, or he just is not telling her that he is like a monster. He's the capo of the mafiosa there, and he is known as a monster. And so he's like not being a monster with her. She's bringing out something different in him. He also doesn't want her to know who he is. Because that could probably like ruin everything. So, and it's Gianna Darling. It's not that big. I think I can get through it pretty quickly. The next one is, just days away from being released. So there you go. Those are the books that I have on my TBR for November. I know that I'm going to get through a few of these anyway, but this just gives me that I've done the research. Like, I think that's why I was not doing so well when I was doing TBRs before, is because I would just put books on there, and that's what I've done here too. But I try to take a little bit more time and a little bit more careful when I start to plan this out and think. I mean, I know that like my mood can change, right? And I am a big mood reader. But what am I in the mood for right now? What's that trajectory look like for the next month? And that's kind of how I've come up with this. And I do look at new releases, especially like certain ones that I've read immediately when they've come out, or any arcs that I've had and stuff like that. Obviously, I have to do those. And then right now, because it's the end of the year, I'm like, what do I want to get to, like, for sure for the end of the year, because I had really high hopes for this year, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when maybe we talk about like the goals that I had for this year. I've completely dumped on all the series that I had planned for this year. That didn't pan out too well. So this seems to have spark something in me. As far as, I mean, as far as this month goes anyway, we're still in October. It's done me good. So I wanted to keep up that momentum. But I'm really excited about what's here. So I think when I'm excited for what I put on here, and I've done the research and I've done the time and I've taken my time selecting books, I think that's good. Okay, that's it. You tell me what you have planned for November. Are there books that you just know that you need to get to or want to get to before the end of the year? Put those down in the comments below. I'm going to catch you on my next video, which should be my October wrap up. I'm really excited to talk about the books that I've read in October, and we're getting there, guys. I cannot believe it's like we're rounding November. Like, it's the end of the year. I feel like I just talked about my goals for 2025, and here we are trying to put together goals for 2026. So, God. Okay. I'm going to get off here, but until I see you next time, happy reading. Bye.